Have you ever watched the show Siskel and Ebert at the movies?
I mean, I've seen many clips. I've seen
I've
many
seen many
clips of them
clips.
talking about various movies. Yeah, they like hated each other, and I've watched the Roger Ebert documentary a long time ago, Life Itself,
Which the
which is
guy
a
who did
good
Hoop Dreams.
documentary. Yeah, and which I like that documentary. Of course, they talk about his relationship with Siskel, and
Hmm.
it's funny because they really did not like each other at all. They really didn't. And I've seen clips. I've never watched. It's not like I think we're too young to watch that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think it wasn't really a thing for us, but yeah, their dynamic is interesting. Wait,
You,
who's okay? Who's Siskel and who's Ebert?
hmm. I mean, I like to think of myself as more of probably an Ebert. You're a Siskel.
Okay. You
I
know
think.
what? I'll take it. I think you're right. I think you're right about that. Yeah, yeah. I'll take it.
We're
Anyway,
really the modern day Siskel and Ebert. I mean, we're the most influential film reviewers in the world. Like it goes Siskel and Ebert, and then Austin and Andrew. Like we're right there. We're
yep.
we're right on it.
They try to book about us.
The book mostly talks about the show and where the show went, and so it doesn't talk a ton about Siskel and Ebert, which is unfortunate because I think like these are two like really interesting people. Because the thing is, Siskel worked for Sun
The
Times.
Tribune. No, no, no.
The Siskel worked for Tribune, and then
Yeah.
Ebert worked for Times. So they're both Chicago reporters, and like
Yes.
right, they were competitors, and so
Yes.
that was part of the reason their
And
dynamic.
the Tribune is like the stuffy Chicago newspaper, and the Sun
Mm,
Times is more like the working class like
okay.
newspaper.
They were already like professional film reviewers by the time the show started. And Ebert became a film professor. Like this was never like their full-time job, even though like
Yeah.
eventually that's what they were famous for, right? That's what they're known for. And I think that's kind of the important thing about why the show worked is they never saw themselves as cinephiles. Like Roger Ebert talks about, he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't grow up watching movies. And Ebert's like,
They're a
yeah,
little, they're both kind of like cynical about movies, I think.
they are. But it is interesting. Like at times they were big proponents of supporting independent artists and encouraging people to go because like they had a lot of power towards the end of their career.
It's true.
They could literally make or break a movie, which is fascinating. The most interesting story is they talk about My Dinner with Andre. And in My Dinner with Andre, the movie was going to shut down after like it was going to have 1 week and it was going to be done.
Oh yeah, they loved it, right? They both loved it.
And Siskel and Ebert are like, we gave it our two thumbs up. And the movie goes on to be like extremely successful. A movie that had basically no audience at all. That's like what we're here to do. That's our value. That's our Siskel and Ebert. We're supporting movies that deserve to be supported. Because their relationship's really interesting. Because like on the one end, they're very competitive, but Roger Ebert was at Gene Siskel's wedding. Like he was his best man at his wedding. And they were also
Yeah, love hate.
because they worked together for like 20 years, right?
Yeah.
So they're also very close. And so they have this really interesting dynamic. And, he talks about how, like, oh, the reason that they worked was because they hated each other and because they bickered all the time. And that's the reason, like, no one was able to recreate it. And I think that's inaccurate. I don't think that's the reason that they worked so well together. I think the reason that they worked was because these are two people who were fascinated by movies and
Yeah.
had individual opinions. They never had any interest in what was popular or not popular. They didn't give a shit, either of them. And I think that's what made them successful.
Sometimes they're far off. Like sometimes like their opinions on things is just like, what the fuck are you like, what are you talking about, man? Like I've seen some clips where it's just like, ugh. And Ebert, he famously did not like David Lynch. He would
Yeah,
give bad reviews to David Lynch
which
stuff,
is
which
crazy.
is incorrect. But that's okay.